this video we'll be reviewing the bernzomatic ts8000 and comparing it to a manual torch like this. After working on the roof for a little while, putting down an asphalt torch down roofing, you realize the valuable qualities that a self-igniting torch head has as compared to a manual torch. We need to manually turn on the gas, and you always have to have a striker with you so you can light it up. And not to mention that all of our manual torch heads had some problem with them. Either whenever you tip them upside down, it would, like, liquid propane would come out and it would kind of shoot out a much larger flame, or sometimes it would slowly go down in gas pressure. So this is going to make it a lot more convenient. Next, we're going to compare the performance between the two. I've heard that the bernzomatic ts8000 is actually supposed to burn hotter than like a standard torch or a standard manual torch. So we'll test that. I'll put it on this piece of steel for about 30 seconds and then we'll check it with the heat gun. On the thermal camera you can see the residual heat on both the tips of the torches. First I'll use the manual torch. I'll heat it up for 30 seconds, check the temperature, but let it cool down, and then we'll do the same thing with the bernzomatic ts8000. And the temperature was 145 at 30 seconds, started to drop a little bit. We'll run it over some water just to speed up the process of cooling it off. Now I've got the block heated up to the same temperature, so let's run the same test, 30 seconds with the ts8000. Instead of needing a striker, I can just click the button. And the temperature is about 170. Right at 30 seconds, which is hotter than the manual torch. One thing to note is that there are a few adjustments out of the box you need to make to this. Right now it ignites very easily first click, but if you have this set all the way open, there's just too much gas and the spark can't ignite it. So what I do is I just bring it down, bring it back up a little bit so it's too low, so you can kind of play around with it, take it down a little bit. That looks good. So the ts8000 was able to heat the steel up hotter. It was probably about 20 degrees difference. The manual torch was 145 degrees and the ts8000 was 165. It's a lot more convenient, especially if you're up in an uncomfortable place or on a roof. You don't have to strike it up like you do with the manual torch. This, you just click a button and it produces a very hot flame very quickly.